As long as you can reach these numbers with your equipment, whether it's Savior Triumph Weapon, Sky Weapon, Luke Upgraded Armors, Beast, Heblon, Harlem Epics, or Tabers, you're fine. So do test on Sandbag. The parties are 1 through 4 and 5 through 8. Each party should have a Crusader and at least 1 to 2 synergies. All dealers should do 1 element type damage for Transcendent Rosen. At the beginning of the raid, you can buy 2 things. One of them is the kit and a toy. You should purchase 15 kits, and these toys you should probably carry 3. You don't need too many of them. Once the raid starts, the Orc Sage will spawn randomly. The area he is in will be flashing yellow. So he has spawned in area 8, so let's go over there. He doesn't stay in each area long, so get there as fast as possible. Once you reach him, he sells 2 additional pots, one of them being the combat buff pot. You should buy a couple of those, and the orc pot, which is the yellow one, that's the town movement speed one. Parties 1 through 4 will go top, which is the yellow path, to radar. Party members 5 through 8 will go bottom, which is the teal one, and they will rush turret. Once radar is cleared, the question marks and the areas will be shown what monsters are there, and once turret is cleared, it will halt invading enemies. The first one that clears goes back to middle to defend, then you push towards their outposts to get rid of the spawns, and then you can push towards logistics bases. All 3 logistic bases needs to be cleared before you go into Rosen. Once you go into Rosen, the map will be cleared, so you don't have to worry about defending while fighting Rosen. The party has only 2 life tokens. These are the invading monsters or the neutral monsters. They are basically Apocalypse or Crux and use all their skills. If you are having trouble killing these orc monsters, then you will definitely have trouble clearing Rosen. The fusion fiends are a combination of the 4 elements. None of their mechanics are deadly, but they may be annoying. So once again, Apocalypse, Crux, and unload all their skills to kill them. The few things to watch out for Succubus is to avoid the spinning scythe she throws, and then she will knock you back and stun you. Either mash out the stun or use your toy. I recommend toy. The heart will be where you are and explode for damage, so move out of the way. Then you Apocalypse, Crux, and unload all their skills. If the eyeball orb lives through the 1 cycle, he will telegraph some lasers. You'll also mark 1 person to have lasers follow them. That person needs to move away from the party so they don't kill them. Otherwise it's just Apocalypse and kill it. For Superalloy, you want to Apocalypse and unload all their skills, but this clip is from the first time we fought them, so we confused them with the logistics-based advice. So the best places to DPS them is from behind and a few feet back, so melee watch out for that Flare Tornado. Satyrs, that Flare Tornado is for you to reset your Crux or Apocalypse. So Pox, Crux, sustain DPS, and whittle them down. The party has only 2 life tokens. In radar, you will fight a blue and a red guy. At the beginning, they will make a fusion orb, break that, which is really easy. Then everybody grabs the blue orb. That means you can attack the red, but heal the blue. So wait until they do their invincible tornadoes, and then you Apocalypse, Crux, and kill the red one. Once red is down, blue will do his invincible tornado. Once that's over, unleash the rest of your skills. Kill them. For the turret boss, do not hold the plant girl. She also has a groggy state, so wait for that. Until then, you're going to chip away at her. She'll spawn these purple flowers around you or near you. When she's about to go into groggy state, she'll push you back and explode the purple flowers. So find a spot after the pushback that doesn't have purple flowers and stay in there. Then Apocalypse Crux and kill her. The party has only 2 life tokens. For Finver, you need to survive until he does his groggy state. So do some sustained damage, use some holds to keep him from killing your party members. He will target one person at a time. That person he's targeting will have a faint red circle. Right now, the Soulbender has it. And he'll do 4 moves: Darkness, Stabs, Lightning Dash Stabs, Suction Fires, Spins, Ice Tornadoes, and once those are done, he'll jump in the middle and rain lances down. After a while, you'll get knocked down and you need to quick rebound the explosion. After the explosion, you Apocalypse or Crux, and you remove the Lancer. If he survives, repeat and remove him again. Crusher's gimmick is that he will turn in a specific color, so you need to kill that corresponding color minion. He will also be constantly trying to suck you into the middle, so avoid that because he does damage. Once you kill a minion, it'll get sucked towards the middle and you absorb it. So right now he turned red, so you now move on to the red minion. Repeat until all 4 minions are absorbed. At the end, he will turn gray, and that's your groggy state. So go Apocalypse Crux and kill him. For the cat gimmick, everybody starts off silenced, unless you grab the green orb. The satyr should grab the green orb first. Once you have the green orb, you will constantly drain MP. Once your MP is gone, it will start draining your HP. So the satyr needs to stall as long as possible. You need to wait until that blue bar above your UI bar or the fatigue bar becomes full. So most likely the satyr will die, and then they will have to coin, revive, and grab the orb again. And once the bar is full, they will Apocalypse. The first dealer will have to touch the Crusader, and then they'll use all their skills. Hopefully the first person has Lingering Awakenings. And then the second dealer will touch the first dealer while they're in their Lingering Awakenings, and they start unloading their skills. And then afterwards the third person. And then if it's not dead, you repeat. party has only 2 life tokens. For Axion, you need to bring him down to 90% HP before he starts his counterattack gimmicks. Once the gimmick starts and you are successful in counterattacking him, it will leave a circle of light. Once you have 4 circles of light, it will go on to the next phase. If you are hit during the counterattack phase, eventually you'll get more purple darkness on you and then you'll become paralyzed. Once you are paralyzed, you must wait until the Join Me in Darkness move to be free. Once all the 4 circles of light are out, quickly go into one and follow it around until they disappear. If you are outside of those circles, you'll take damage and eventually get paralyzed and die. Once all the circles are gone, he'll go into Groggy, so that's when you unload everything. For Euclid, you need to bring her down to 90% HP, but be careful in using multiple hits, because each hit you do, she will punish you with an orb, so be careful of that. Once she is down to 90%, she'll say, "Not bad," and we'll have the real counter gimmick phase begin. You will notice there will be 5 yellow orbs above your UI or FP bar, and above those orbs will be a blue bar that will slowly fill. That is your time limit in trying to counter her successfully 5 times. If it fills up, you still have a chance by counterattacking the clones she sends out. If you are successful, she will go into Groggy state. That's where you go and unload everything and kill her. If you fail, she will start raining lightning to be telegraphed by circles on the map, and you'll have to start all over from 5 counterattacks again. For Vice, you might want to turn down their skill opacity and party skill opacity to see the black aura one-shots, and since I couldn't see it, I died right here. But basically, you want to survive until he does his raining down meteors gimmick, and then after that it'll be a knockdown, quick rebound, an explosion. After explosion, that's where you have your DPS time. If you have a party member that can move Vice around, be careful, because the black one-shot aura was not where he was, but where he is, so I ended up killing my Soulbender. Sorry, Soulbender. The party has only 6 life tokens. For Rosen, the raid will be split into 2. It doesn't matter if you go black or white, because each party will have to do the 4 orbs. Which orb you get is kind of random. So we have Wind. For the Wind orb, he will summon tornadoes at the border, and he will have a groggy state. So just do sustained damage and avoid these tornadoes. If you get hit by these little twisters, they'll push you into the border tornadoes. You'll take a lot of damage. There's also tiles that explode underneath you. Avoid those. If you have a satyr, they can use Hammer of Repentance or Purifying Light and get that hammer mark on them, so you won't take damage. So the groggy state will happen when Rosen sucks in the border tornadoes and spits them back out. After he spits them back out, that's your DPS time. Once you kill one orb, he'll go into the next one. The fuchsia colored one is Transcendent. This is where having your 3 dealers being the same element type is important, because he is TOG 2.0. You avoid tile explosions and you hit these spiky orbs into one color that you want. If you fail to get them into one color, he'll just do explosions and you try again. Once you get them all into one color, it will be a groggy state for that element. So for purple it will be dark element. Transcendent Rosen is the best phase for a party to hold, because once you finish the 4 orbs, he'll go into the most important DPS phase. Here we are going towards the most important DPS phase of the raid, where Rosen actually gets damaged. So once my party finishes killing this one, because the other party is already done, we go into that phase. It'll happen immediately after with no warnings. So if one party brings Rosen down to 25% HP, and one party brings him down to 75% HP, he will get the higher percent. So he will be at 75% for the next phase. So if both parties can bring him down to 0, you have cleared the raid. If not, you start with the higher percent. So in this case, my party has equalized to 46%, and now we have started over with Wind, which I'll skip because we talked about this. Here we have Fire Rosen. As an EB, you want to use Leap, Jump, Rapid Fire, and Elemental Cannon to stay in the air in one spot. If you are not an EB, you will have to walk slowly, because each tile you touch will become a permanent fire. You do this until the blue bar above your UI or FP bar fills up, and he becomes groggy. This is not the phase you want to hold Rosen on, so tell the other party to hold Rosen. The next orb we have is the Ice Orb, because our party is killing him faster than the others. So we got the 3 orbs, and they only have 1. If this is the first orb, you actually want to Apocalypse and Crux and do as much damage because he has no groggy phase. But if this is our last one, save your Apocalypse for that important DPS. Notice there's a blue bar filling up above us. If you use skills, it fills up faster. Once it fills up, you're frozen in a colored crystal. And shortly afterwards, an empty colored crystal with a health bar will spawn. You need to break the ones with the health bars, and that's your main priority, first priority in this phase. Now, this is also a good phase to hold Rosen. So communicate with your party members to see who's holding for that for the phases before that important DPS. Here, my party has finished Rosen earlier than the others, so we're just waiting on them. And while you wait, Rosen will be spawning these copper tiles underneath you and explosions. Nothing new. Notice that you have 10 minutes to kill Rosen, and if you cannot kill Rosen by the end of the second true DPS phase, then you're forced to retreat and you will have to start going through the outpost and the logistic bases if they have respawned again. So, keep an eye on the time. It also takes time for Rosen to really die, and that will count against you, so watch out for that. This is the end of the guide. Thanks for watching.